Hey guys, Jonah here. Come on, it's the new year. And I thought a hop update is long fucking overdue. So here it is. Firstly, maybe apologies to the big man up in Scotland. I didn't mean to call you out, brother, but just by having a dog doesn't mean you can't grow hops. And I'm sure a few people have taken that on board, or hopefully so. But I'm going to give you an update on the way things stand at the moment. And we do have Harry Brew 69 is giving away some wild hops at cheap postage price. So if you want some wild ones, if you're not really worried about what they are, you just want to maybe brew them up in a couple of smash beers just to get a taste for them, get those rhizomes for him, because I'm sure they're going to go fast. Probably, I reckon that he's probably got, I think he had 6 plants. He probably got sort of 20 rhizomes-ish. So get in contact with Harry Brew 69, Idle Valley Brewing, Shamon, and I'm sure he'll sort you out for the cost of postage. Wink, wink. Right. The other thing is, a lot of people have been buying up all the Willingham Nursery stock in the UK. So if you haven't, get on that shit, man. Get a couple of different varieties. I will go through the epic list. But I know Dave, the Welsh brewer, and Ian Kilmurray have gone way crazy, and they bought 4 different rhizomes each. That's cool. That's absolutely fine with me, fellas. But the whole idea of the co-hop was a bit further down the line. We're going to be getting the free rhizomes. So you don't have to buy a shed load, yeah? Just buy 1, maybe 2 if you can afford it, and then we're going to share them around, yeah? So, without further ado, we're going to do an epic list. So if you want to fast forward this bit, no worries. But yeah, it's going to be quite long. There's quite a few people in. If your name is not mentioned in the list that I'm about to give you, please get in contact, either through the Facebook, or through Google Plus or Hotmail. You could get Hotmail if you know my account, which is Unclejona, strangely enough, at Hotmail. Or I was going to say through YouTube. Sorry, I've had a couple of beers. Shamon. The reason I haven't done a video before now is because I was shit-faced for the whole of Christmas and New Year's. And our first day at work, and it was a bit of a... I needed a couple of beers. Okay, so I'm going to start with the international people, and then we'll move on to the UK. So we have got, in the US of A, we've got Kevin Clements. We've got Canadian Sasquatch. I know he's Canadian, but he actually is in America. Weirder, yeah. Anyway, those two are up for it. They haven't actually said what they are going to have. I think Kev's got a few from last year or last couple of years, pardon me, in his garden already. He's going to be the main man for running the US co-hop, or hop swap, some people are calling it. So get in contact with Kev Clements. New Zealand, we have Grant Baker, we've got Rookie Brew, and we've got my main man, Paul Wicksteed. So I'm sure you guys can get in contact with each other and sort out the New Zealand kind of styly, if you know what I'm saying. Over in America, over in Australia, I've done America already, we've got Dave Smith. Good old traditional name, Dave Smith. And he's got some tetanang. So he's actually told me what he's got. So he is doing stuff in Australia. So if you want to get in contact with Dave Smith, put a comment in the old hop swap on the Facebook, and I'm sure he'll get in contact with you. And in Canada, we've got Greedy Dragon Brewery. You know who he is. He's a legend. He's got some wild hoppage anyway, but he's talking about doing the hop swappage as well. So anyone in Canada, get hold of him. Next year Dragon is his other name. So he's the main man. Now for the big bad boy, UK. We've got Unclejona, who has got wild hops available at the moment. And I'm thinking buying some Fuggles, but I haven't actually bought mine yet. Fuggles are meant to be very hard to grow. I'm thinking Fuggles, or I'm thinking something like Zenith, or something really major alpha acids. So something for aroma and flavour, and something which I can bash the alpha acids, smash the granny out of it, if you know what I'm saying. Then we got Harry Brew 69, the artist formerly known as Chris, and he's ordered some Cascade and Chinook, but he's also got, as I said before, a shed load of wild hops, and I believe that he is getting rid of all his wild hops and he's going to put some traditional varieties down. Cascade and Chinook, obviously US varieties, but they're going to be slightly different because they're grown in the UK, so they're going to be bastardisation, if you forgive the pun there. Okay, then we've got a guy called Andrew Scotchmayer, and he's bought some North Down rhizomes, so that's cool. We've got Dave, the Welsh brewer. We all know who he is. And as I said, he's bought 4 different varieties. So he's got some Early Bird, he's got First Gold, he's got some Progress, and East Kent Goldings. So he's going to be one of the main mans that's up for this hop swap stuff. Then we've got Ian Kilmurray, or Jan Kilmurray. Not sure how you say that over in the... I think he must be Irish with a name like that. And he's gone for, again, 4 different varieties. Shame on to you, sir. Cascade, Chinook once more. They're going to be, I'd say Cascade's going to be the top one. Then he's got some Target, and he's got some Northern Brewer too. Then we've got Dave Britton. Now he's got Early Bird as well. So again, that's another one of the popular ones. And he's also gone for SARS, and he's got some Progress hops. Then we've got the Old Fart Brewery. You know him. We love him. He's Jim. He's Big Jim. And he's gone for East Kent Goldings once again, and he's gone for Challenger. So as you can see, we've got a few of the same names coming up over and again. Then we've got Ian Johnson, and he's gone for Prima Donna and Cobb. I'm quite interested in Cobb because that's quite an old one. Then we've got John Stanhope, or Stanhope. He's gone for Cascade. Got my main man, the cider meister, Alan, also known as Alan, up in Scotland. He's gone for some more kind of lagery hops. He's gone for SARS, once again, popular one, and he's gone for some Hallertau. So yeah, nothing wrong with that, brother. And then the last 2, we've got Paul Rowlett. He's gone for Cascade, and he's got some Nugget as well. And I believe they are well established, so he could be a man who's willing to get some rhizomes out to people. I've already had a cheeky word with him. Might be able to get some this year. We'll see how it goes. We've also got Steamed Beach. He's a legend, and he's got some Cobb. And same thing as Paul. His one's quite well established, so he might be up for doing a few swapsies sooner than we would have thought originally. So that's the laydown. I think by my calculations, we've probably got about 24, 25 people interested so far. And there's bound to be a lot more of you guys that I haven't got on my little database here. So please let me know if I haven't said your name already. We're going to get this hop swap going. Definitely. A lot of people going for Cascade, obviously. A lot of people going for Chinook, East Kent Golding, SARS. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go for Fuggles, although, as I say, it's probably one of the harder ones to grow. But I didn't want to get something that loads of other people had got as well. So I might go for the weird hop. As I said before, Fuggles and maybe a Zenith, something along those lines. So I want quite a high alpha acid one and quite a nice kind of flavoursome one. And of course, as I said before, I've got some wild hops as well. So me and Harry have got some wild hops. I think he's probably going to be more likely to get them out this year than I have, because he's a year ahead of me. But yeah, we're going to get this hop swap off the ground. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Fan-dabby-dozy. Okay, that epic list off my mind. One more thing. I did have an email from someone saying, "Oh, I can't plant my rhizomes straight away. What should I do with them?" Well, don't panic, because the rhizomes themselves aren't going to come up until, well, they're not going to sprout, should I say, until probably around March time. I mean, it's been quite a warm 2014, and there's no snow on the horizon thus far, so it might be a little bit earlier than that, but I'd say March is about the time when things start sprouting. Until then, if you've got your rhizomes, wrap them up in some newspaper or inside a plastic bag. Have a little tiny bit of water in there, nothing major, just to keep the atmosphere moist. So a couple of drops of water on the newspaper or in the bag. And put those bad boys in the fridge or even in the freezer, and they will be fine. They will keep for a long time. Because don't forget, if you've got them in the fridge or in the freezer, those bad boys, they're going to think, oh, it's still winter time. It's not time to sprout yet. So you can keep them for a long time. I have heard stories of hops being left in a freezer for the whole year, one whole year, then they planted them and they sprouted up. So shame on to that. You can keep fooling a rhizome into thinking it's winter time for a long time. Yeah? So that's what I do with mine. The other thing is you could wrap it up in the newspaper or whatever and put it in the coldest place you can think of. So in a garage, in your shed over the winter time, but don't forget it's in there, because as soon as it starts warming up, it will start sprouting. Yeah? I'm going to do a video later on of planting and how to plant your rhizomes, but essentially what you need to do is put a little scratch in the ground, like a furrow, if you like one of those on my brow, one of those furrows. Lay your rhizome down. Say if this pen was a rhizome, so you put it into your furrow like this, boom, and then put a little mound of earth over the top. So you don't want too much. You want maybe an inch or a couple of inches. Tell my wife about that. Couple of inches? Whoa, she'll go mad. It's not all about the size though. It's what you do with it. That's what I keep telling her. Okay. So yeah, you just cover it loosely, and then you want to be thinking about things like bone meal. You want a nice kind of sandy soil for those roots to go down easily. Yeah. So if you get a compost which has got some sort of sand mixed in, or overturn your earth a bit if you're going to do it into the ground, and be aware hops spread like wildfire. So I'm going to do mine in pots, but you can do them straight into the ground. Dig up the ground, get a bag of sand, mix the sand into your earth. It will just help drainage, but it'll also help with those roots to go straight down into the earth, and that's what hops love. So if you can't wait, now's a good time to plant in the winter. If you can wait a bit, my advice, as I say, put them in the fridge, put them in the freezer, and wait for Uncle Jonah's hop sowing video. Guys, been a pleasure speaking to you. I hope this co-hop, or hop swap, whatever you want to call it, is going to fucking rise from the ground, and we're going to have a really good time doing it. So thanks for staying with me. This has been a longer video than I had planned. We're going to get there, and you guys are going to have a shed load of hops. Come on!